Minimum cost to hire k workers. There are n workers and we have given two integer array, that is quality and wage array, where quality I is the quality of ith worker and wage I is the minimum wage expectation for that ith worker. Now we want to hire exactly k workers from a paid group, and to hire a group of k workers we must pay them according to some rules. And what are they? Let's look at it. Every worker in the paid group must be paid at least their minimum wage expectation. So what does this say? Let's say there are some employees A, B, C. Now the minimum wage requirement could be different. A can ask 10, B can ask 20, C can ask 30 or anything like that. So if we want to hire C, the minimum that we need to pay him is 30. We can pay 40, 50, anything is fine, but minimum is 30. I hope the first condition is clear. Let's look at second one. In the group, each worker's pay must be directly proportional to their quality. This means if a worker's quality is double that of another worker in the group, then they must be paid twice of that another employee. So this was the wage array. I'll just write down an quality array. Let's say this is a quality array. So A is taking 10 while doing the work of 1x, while C is taking 30 while doing the 4x. So if we are making a team of A and C, so we can give A as 10, we must give him 40 because C is doing 4 times work of A. Therefore he should take 4 times pay of A. We can also form a team like A and C where C gets 30 and now A should be getting 30 divided by 4, which will be something like 7.5. But can we give 7.5 to A because A's minimum wage is 10? We can't give. So this is the only possible way if you want to consider A and C as a team. I hope you have got this part. Let's look at some example and try to understand this question. So in example 1, given quality is this 10, 25. And given wage is 70, 50, 30. And over here k is 2. I'll just write down the qualities. So these are the 3 employees. Now we need to form team of 2 employees because k is 2. Let's try to form a team from this. I'll write down the name A, B and C, where I will pay A 70 because it is its minimum wage. This is the quality and this is a wage. Now B is doing twice as work as A, so we must pay him 140. In total we are paying 210. Let's try to form another team. Let's say A and C. If I am paying A as 70 and C is doing half work of A, so 70's half will be 35. And what's the minimum wage of C? It's 30 and we are paying him above it, so it makes sense. We can form the team and its total will be 105. A and C's total was 105. A and B's total was 210. Let's try to form a team from B and C. Let's say I am paying B as 50. C is doing 1/4 of work of B, so 50's 1/4 will be 12.5. Can we pay 12.5 to C? No, C is asking 30 at least, so we can't make a team from B and C. We're keeping B as constant. Let's try to keep C as constant. So let's say we are paying C as 30. Now B is doing 4 times of its work. So 4 into 30 will be 120. And in total, what will be the cost? It will be 150. So we have got 3 teams over here: CB, CB, AC and AB. Which is the lowest? I feel 105 is the lowest. You can form CA, you can form BA, but that will be lesser. So no need to form. And hence the output is 105. I hope you have got the example 1. Similar would be for example 2. It will take a lot of time, so I'm skipping it. If we try to look into constraint, given n is 10 raised to power 4, we can provide a solution with n square, n log n, something like that. So this was just a hint. Let's look at the intuition part now. Let's say we have 3 team members A, B, C. I'll just write down the quality. It is 10, 20 and 5, and wage is 70, 50 and 30. Over here k was 2. So how are we forming this team? First of all, in order to find the minimum cost that we want from all these employees, at least there will be one employee which we need to pay only the minimum requirement. Like we are, if choosing A, then 70. If we are choosing B, then we should pay him 50. If C, we should pay 30. In another word, what I'm trying to say is, if we increment this also, or this also, or let's say this, it won't be minimum. So there will be at least one employee who is getting in their minimum wage. I hope this part is clear. So now we need to form team of 2. Let's say A and B. Say if we are keeping A as leader, what does leader says? We need to pay other employees with the basis of leader. Let's try to write down the ratios. Like for everyone to do 1x of work, how much payment is required? So for A, it will be 70 divided by 10, that is 7. For B, it's 50 divided by 20, that is 2.5. For C, it is 30 divided by 5, that is 6. So in order to do 1x job, 1 unit of job, we must pay like this. So let's say if we are forming team of A and B where A is leader, so ratio will be 7. Just multiply with the quality. Like A's quality is 10, so we should be paying A 70. Now what's the B's quality? It is 20. What the ratio we should multiply write with? It will be the leaders, that is 7. So 20 into 7, 140. In total, 210. Let's try to keep B as a leader. So what's the ratio? 2.5. What's the quality of B? It's 20. So I need to pay B 50. Now A 2.5. That is 25. Can we pay A 25? Its minimum wage requirement is 70. No, we can't. So we can't form this team. Similarly for AC, CA, BC, CB. Try to form multiple teams. You will get to know. So as an intuition part, can we iterate on the array and try to keep one element as a leader and form a team of K and try to get the minimum price? Yes, we can. Let's try to code it out. Now let's iterate on the array. Now what this I will be? I will be lead. Let's calculate the leads ratio. What is the formula? It's just wage of lead divided by quality of lead. Now let's try to go to each worker and see if they can work with this lead or not. Let's say offer to worker. What it will be like quality of worker multiply with the lead ratio. And now there could be a case like worker can accept the offer or it can decline. How will it decline? If it is lesser than their minimum wage. So let's just check if wage of worker is greater than what we are offering. So worker will reject us. I'll just add a comment. Let's say we are paying more than its minimum wage. So he will accept. So can we create a list of accepted offers? Let's try to create. Now just push this accepted offers. Now we have list of prices that we are paying. Now from this list, can you find minimum number of people, that is K, we need to choose in order to make the team's cost less? So it's like we have a list 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. Over here 7. Now I just want you to pick any two numbers whose sum will be minimum. So you will be taking 1 and 3, which will give us 4. So just we have to write that logic over here. Either you can sort the array or you can use priority queue. Once filled in priority queue, our queue will look like something like this. Just remove starting 2 elements. You will get the sum as 4. So it's up to you how you apply this. I'll go with priority queue. Max it, priority queue. We want to reverse the order. Okay, so we have our queue ready. Let's try to iterate and push each employee's salary into this max heap. We know how many employees have accepted the offer. So we will just iterate on them and add this in our max heap. But do we want to consider all the elements, like all the employees? No, we want only K. So what we can do is like if I is less than K, we directly need to add these things. We don't have any other option. So I have added it. But let's say there could be a future possibility where someone is ready to work for me for a less pay. So I should consider that. So I'll just check. First of all, max heap should not be empty, and then the peak of max heap should be greater than the current offer that we are giving to employee. If that's the case, just remove the topmost element and add our current. So now our max heap will have K elements, which will be the smallest. Now you can write one more for loop again to calculate the sum, but we won't be doing that. We will just write double team sum equal to 0 and just keep on adding over here. What I'll do is like we are using this everywhere, so I'll just cut this out and replace it with cur offer. Over here also I'll replace. Okay, cool. But let's say if we are removing from max heap, then we should delete from our team sum as well. So let's do it. Team sum minus max heap dot p. Then we need to add our new offer as well. So yes, we have done it. And for every lead, team sum will be different. So for lead 0, this will be the sum. For lead 1, this will be. So let's try to hold a variable answer after every team sum. So I've added a double answer which can hold a max value. And now after every lead's team sum is calculated, we'll just add this. Mat.mean answer should be team sum. And at last just return answer. I hope this is clear. Let's try to run this code. Just some errors. I'll just check. Okay, semicolon over here. And for line 34, semicolon outside. Let's try to rerun. Okay, so we are getting 0 strange. Let's try to analyze this. Okay, maybe because of this condition, if the accepted offers are lesser than K, then there is no meaning to do team sum and all. I'll just write continue. We need to make another person a lead. Size will be this. Let's try to run our code. Okay, so now we are getting 30. Let's see. Okay, this seems we are calculating lead ratio. Then we have created an accepted offer list. This looks good. Let's look into priority queue. Over here, I need to add K-1. K start is considered as from 1. Let's try to rerun the code. Okay, again initial team sum is 0, then we are getting current offer. Okay, so we are not doing a team sum as plus equals to of current offer. Maybe that could be the reason. Let's see. I hope this should work. Yeah, this is working fine for this, and for this it says 20. Oh, strange. Let's see. We have done very silly mistake. Over here we have done K-1. It should be K. If we need to form a team of 2, then there should be accepted offers by at least 2 people. So let's try to run run this code now. Fingers crossed. Yeah, it's working now. In order to make this if beautiful, what we can do is like we can just do this, and instead of continue, we'll just accept the offer. I hope this part is clear. But let's try to submit this code. This code will give us TLE. We can see we are getting a TLE over here. Why we are getting a TLE? Because for A, B, C, we are keeping A as lead, then checking if A can form the team or not, then checking we can form a team with A or C or not. That's the main logic, but we are not sure like who is accepting our offer and who is not. Can we do something over here? Yes, we can. Let's try to see. What were our initial employees? It were 10, 25. This was the quality, and now wage is 70, 53, 30. Let's get the ratios 7, 2.5, 6, and this were A, B, C. If we try to form a team with B as a leader, can we form a team? Let's see. For B, we need to pay 50, and for A, we will be paying 10 into 2.5, that is 25. But 25 is not accepted by A, so he won't come with us. And similarly for C, 5 into 2.5, we will get 12.5. But C wants 30. Are you looking at any pattern? If we try to form team with the ratio this and this are not getting formed because they want more. So let's say if you have sorted this thing, so it will be like 2.5, then 6, then 7. Now if we want to select team from this ratio, can you consider this? Yes, it can. So now you don't have to consider this because this won't be considered. For example, 6 was the ratio for C. Let's see if you want to form team with C and A. C will take 30 rupees. And now A will take 60. But can A take 60? No. A wants 70 at least. So A won't come inside. If we are considering lead as A, then this both can come because they are on left side. So now we need to sort these things on the basis of their ratio. Let's try to do it. I have created a pair class which is taking ratio and the index. Now let's try to fill this pair class. Create a list workers. Over here we will be adding new workers which will be taking pairs. Now till the end of the loops, we are trying to add all the employees ratio and their indexes, and after that we want to sort these workers. It would be custom sorting, so I need to add comparator ator dot comparing double. We want to compare it with double dot ratio. So this will give us sorted workers. Now do we need to go from 0? Because we know we want to add k people and the lead will be k minus 1. Okay, so we have added lead. Rest all the things will be same, like we need to find the accepted offers who have accepted the offers, and the workers will be from 0 till lead. Now rest all the things will be same. Let's try to run this code now. Okay, so there is typo in double. Let's try to see now. Our workers array is sorted now, so we need to change over this. So it should be like workers dot get worker dot idx. So then only we will be getting correct employee that we want to offer, and every time this will be true, so we don't need to write this. We'll just delete this, and lead ratio is already calculated, so we will go to our workers dot get our lead dot ratio. Okay, now let's try to run this code. Okay, I have made a mistake over here also. Over here, less than or equal to lead. So I'll rerun again. Okay, it's working for case 2. For case 1, it's not. Let's see what's the issue. Over here, we have added worker. So it should be this index of the worker. Let's try to rerun this code. I hope this should work now. And yes, it is working fine. But still, we are doing some calculations repetitively. So it will give us TLE. What are the calculations that we are doing repetitively? We are trying to create this accepted offer list every time for each leads. Like initially we had 3 employees A, B, C. If A is lead, we are trying to regenerate the B and C. Let's say the ratios were X, Y, Z and quantities were A, B, C only. So for A, what was the case? It was AX, it was AB, it was AC. And if B is lead, it was it was YA, it was YB and YC. Are you able to look at something common? Yeah, over here A is common. Let's say if we have done something like A, then X plus B plus C. Wouldn't it be great? Let's say if tomorrow any other employees comes in with D as their quality, we just need to add this D and just get the whole team's sum. Obviously we have to check D is greater or not. If it is lesser or not, then only. If D is greater, then we won't add. If the case requirement is 3, we will check if D is lesser than any of the elements. If it is, then only we will consider, otherwise we won't consider it. And then at last directly multiply with team leads ratio and you will get your team sum. Let's try to implement that. Okay, so now in priority queue, what we will add is just quality. So I'll just move my priority queue above this. Then for each team, we need need to calculate the sum. Initially it is 0. I'll write team sum. Now till k, we need to add this. Let's get current work quality. So let's select the worker. Now we have got the index. Let's just get the quality of this index. Now just add this in our max heap and in our team sum as well. This will be integer because the quality is an integer array. Now what will be our answer? Initially our answer was here. We'll just bring it down over here. For first team where the lead is k-1, this will be the answer because this could be a possible team. Now let's try to create new leads. So for k-1 we have done it. So now from k till end we'll do the lead plus plus. Get the leads ratio, and now we don't have to do the accepted offer things. Why? Because we have to accept only one offer that will be of new leads. I'll just add lead quality. So it will be like quality of workers dot get lead dot index. So we have got the quality for lead as well. Now we don't have to manually calculate the team sum. We have our team sum already for the previous elements. Now we just need to check if the current lead is adding any good thing or not. Let's see. If first of all max heap should not be empty, and just peek in the max heap. If peek is greater than lead quality, that means there was an employee who was charging more. But if we include this lead, it will charge less. So from team sum, we need to remove that element. Team sum minus max heap dot peak and add lead quality. Just remove the element. Now add the current. Okay, so that's it. Now at last team ratio. What will it be? It will be team sum into lead ratio. Now just see over here, team ratio, whichever is min, will get it. Let's try to run this code. Okay, we have got some compilation error. Dot add. Okay, type over here, type over here. Okay, so we are getting some wrong answers. Let's see the logic part. Let's get that. So it will be like quality of workers dot get k-1. This will be our lead. Now we want ratio of this lead, not quality over here. So the ratio will do fine. Yes, I feel. Let's try to run this code now. Oh yeah, finally you can see we have got everything learning. Let's try to run all the test cases, and yes, we can see this code is working fine. I hope you have got the solution. Comment down if you have any doubts. I'll try to clear it out. Thank you.